You guys, this is a new episode. Guys, I told you we were gonna come back with something crazy. I told you we were gonna come back with an app that kids will like, an app that parents will like, an app that you will like, and an app that your grandfather or grandmother will like, right? So we've come up with a new one, and this is called the Galaxy Explorer, right? So this app is more about the planets, going onto the planet in a virtual reality, and then having to communicate or to have that planet feel. So it's like we are creating a Captain Planet out of ourselves, right? So you're going on to the whole planet to have that terrestrial feel, and then to have that feel as a planet. Yeah, so you guys forget about that. Yeah, so Wanderer, welcome. Yeah, so we done with our other playlist. This is a new playlist that we are getting started with. Another modern design, another beautiful design. There is nothing you're gonna tell us when it comes to modern designs, right? So this is about the planet. This is about us building something out of this world. We are no more going to be on planet Earth. We are going into the galaxy to, yeah, communicate with, communicate with what? Aliens. Yeah, so that is where we are going today. To this, all these UIs are very beautiful. So we would be building everything. We're not going to choose and pick. We would be building everything starting from here. So this is the launch screen. We get to the overview screen, and then we can also move to the other screens as well. The best thing is that this UI has been well put, it has been prototyped, everything has been done correctly. So there is no form of guessing, like where am I gonna move from, what am I gonna do, and all that. There is no form of guessing. It's just us prototyping our team, running it in the prototype mode, and then seeing the screens that follow each other. So that is how we are going to do it. That is what we have to do. Yeah, so let's run this app in prototype mode and have a feel of how it is supposed to work. So do this, and then we are presented with something beautiful like this. Thank you very much, guys. Thanks for the follow. Please don't forget to check out the YouTube channel, right? This channel is very important for you, for me, and everybody. When you go in there, you have access to all our videos, our previous videos. All you have to do is check out the playlist and then enjoy. And also subscribe. Yeah, so thank you guys very much for the follow and the likes. Yeah, so this is what we are gonna get if we should run our app in the prototype mode, right? So you have this, which is Virtual Galaxy Explorer, blah blah blah. It's about the app, and then you click Start Learning. You have insights and all that. Click Next, go next, go next, and go next. And then get started. Log in, you have stuff like this. You log in, then you are in the home page. Yeah, so this is the home page. You have topics, you have stuff like virtual VR shows, QA and polls, and all that. You can move into those screens. Any of them, all of them are actually clickable, so you can go in here, see all this stuff, click on one, see all this stuff, virtual planets, go to Earth, view in VR, and then you have something like this. Yeah, so this is just us trying to play around all this stuff. So what we can do is that we'll be playing sound, so we would have to add zoom functionality, and then we will add minimize, we have maximize, minimize, we have Johnstone, thanks very much for the likes. Have minimize, maximize, we have sound, so maybe we'll add some a little sound to the video, to the app. So when the user clicks on this sound, we are going to be playing something cool for them, like, yeah. So that's what we'll be doing. Then the other screens are also there. So if we click on mass, we're gonna have this for mass. Yeah, and then let's go to the other screens and see what is on there. So QA and polls, this is about planets. So you go onto planets and you start to play now. It's like questions and answers. So when you click on each questions, you'll be asked what is the biggest planet in our solar system and all that. So this one is for your kids, right? It's for your kids just going on there and then learning about the solar system. Yeah, and that is that. You can check your leaderboard, who is leading in the galaxy. So you have first, second, third. Your place is third, and that is that. When you click on your profile, you'll be taken to this screen, right? And then you can edit your profile from here. When you go back and you click on notifications, you will be taken to this screen, and you can view your notifications from here. Yeah, so this is the entire app. When you click on VR, you have this. When you click on this, you have the polls, and when you click on this, you have the leaderboard. Yeah, so this is the entire app. This is the entirety of what we'll be building. It looks so good. It is beautiful. For me, it is beautiful, guys. And the reason why I've chosen this one is the modern feel, right? Everything looks so modern. Everything is very beautiful. So building it alone, I can't wait. Yeah, so that is that with the prototype, and what we have to do now is to start setting up the app environment and every other thing that we would need from here. So guys, this is it. We're starting from the launch screen to the overview to the galaxy styling and all those things. Yeah, so this is our app. This is what we will be building. Any questions? No questions. Thank you. Yeah, guys, once more, don't forget to subscribe because we are about to get to a serious business, and subscribe. You are very lucky. This is the very first episode of this particular playlist. So if you are watching now, don't forget to subscribe because there's going to be more episodes. We are going to build this from scratch to the end, and it's going to be a full app at the end of the day. So drop that follow, drop that subscription, and let's get started. Okay, so guys, we are jumping to, let's open our Android Studio, and then let's see what we are going to do from there. So on Android Studio, we are clicking on new Flutter project. On new Flutter project, we go next, and then we take care of the rest, right? So the name of the project is going to be Galaxy Explorer. Yeah, so Galaxy Explorer, and going to build in Kotlin, building for only Android and iOS. Then that should be it. Description, I'm not gonna add any description. Okay, explore the galaxy in VR. Yeah, so we create our project and then we get into business. Yeah, so our project has been created, and then what is the next thing from here? Expand this. Yeah, now we have something cool. Okay, this is the readme. Let's open our emulator and run it for the first time. Let's warm it up. Let's warm it up to cold boots, and that should be it. Guys, I'm ready for this. Yeah, I am ready for this. I love modern apps. I love modern UI. I love the modern feel of all the everything. So yeah, we're about to get started. We're about to build something cool. Get this running and let's see where we can oh, guys. Guys, thanks very much. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow. Don't forget to like, cause we're about to build something crazy. Yeah, we're about to build something crazy, and this is gonna be crazy. Like, I'm so excited starting this particular app, cause it's so modern, and then it's like there's no guessing in this. We are not gonna sit and guess stuff. Everything is in there for us, guys. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm later. This one, if we don't time coding, I'm late. You're not late. This is done time coding. Yeah. It took me a lot of time trying to find the right design and everything. So I decided to push it to this dawn because it took me more than 3 hours. And Charlie. Yeah, so let's run our first app. Yeah, so this is episode 1, and we are just getting started. You're welcome. Boss. My boss. We are starting also a new task, which is about exploring the galaxy, and let's see where we'll get started from. Hide this. We are gonna build in Lightboard. So hide this. Hey, Bixby is doing concert. Yeah, so we have this, and this is our Galaxy Explorer. Ta-da! Yeah, so guys, this is our app. This is the app that we are working on, and congratulations to us. We are done. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye. Yeah, so this is what we have, and then we are transforming this. Yeah, we are transforming this from this particular 123 to this, the Galaxy Explorer. Now someone will ask, why do you like developing yeah, guys, we are done. This is like the basic subscription. You can pay 99.99 USD to for the pro, right? Is this a client project? Nah, that's not a client project. This is just, yeah, the same fingerprinting project, right? So it's just a project to learn something new. Yeah, so guys, I think you wonder why our previous episode had a dark view, and this one also is having a dark view, guys. It no be me do one, it's just nice, yeah. Went down and show me your setup for the live, yeah. Sure. Okay, so guys, our project is ready, our app is ready. Let's get started with some few stuff. Yeah, so what are we cleaning? The first things first, Godwin, thanks very much for the follow. Don't forget to check out the YouTube channel and then drop that subscription. You can have the link to the channel in my bio. So anywhere you pass, anywhere you go, be there inside. First things first, what are we going to delete? I think we will be deleting something like this. Let's clear a lot of stuff. This tool is gonna, are you building a website? No, I am building a mobile app. the mobile app that will take us out of this world into the next world. The galaxy. Yeah, that is where we are going, guys. We are leaving planet Earth to somewhere else. Yeah, so our primary color, the primary color, does this app even have a primary color? Yeah, our primary color seems to be dark. So I, okay, this, wow, I really want to learn this stuff, but I don't really know how to start. Okay, you want to learn, you don't know how to start, you can drop a DM and then let's see. Please stop mentioning YouTube. Now they say TikTok in live now, is people mentioning in live. Oh, all right. Thank you very much for the heads up. These people really they go through a lot. These people are going through a lot. They say don't do this. They say don't share link. They say don't breathe. Very soon they will say close your eyes when you are streaming. All right. Thank you very much. Yeah. So I want to pick up primary color. I don't know what we're gonna use to. So I should DM you, right? Yeah, send a DM and then from after the live we'll see what we can do. Yeah, thanks very much. Thanks very for the follow. So guys, let's get some few stuff that started with or worked on. Yeah, so we will be starting from the launch screen. We'll be starting from the launch screen. I just want to create something small before we begin some crazy stuff, right? So the first one is the directory, which is taking the features. So features, and then the first screen in this particular features is going to be the launch screen. So we can do that as a launch screen. Then we can have the launch screen class. So let's do this and let's do this. And then in this particular launch screen, we are going to use a provider in this particular project, right? So let me start with the provider stuff. Did I Riverpod, guys? I always say provider. I don't know. Yeah, we'll be using Riverpod in this. It will soon be. Thanks very much for the likes. It will soon be, Charlie. It will soon be. Yeah, so let's call our launch screen and have this. And then what we are gonna do is to go and add the Riverpod package. Yeah, so go down here and then search Riverpod for Flutter. And you can click on the Flutter Riverpod and go here. If you like, read something small about it. This is the documentation, so we read something small about it and then we run away. Oh, okay. Very good sponsors with a lot of contributors. Yeah, the bakers. Let's go. So we have all this. This is just an example of what we are gonna see. But the most important part of using the Riverpod package is this section. When you have to add a provider scope, you have to wrap your entire app, right? The main section, the entering point of the app, right? You have to wrap it in a provider scope, and that should give it access to the Riverpod state management stuff and all that. You get me? Cool. Right, so we are gonna write this Flutter pop add Flutter Riverpod. That is what we would be doing. Let's go down here and start writing. Yeah, so we are gonna do Flutter pop add Flutter Riverpod like this. Yeah, so guys, don't forget to sub. So don't mention you. So we say don't forget to sub on the YT. Yeah, so we have our launch screen, and then the next thing for us to do is to wrap this in a provider scope. So I think we can do something like a constant provider scope. Let me do Flutter Pocket, sorry. After this, we can do Elon. Thanks very much for the follow. Welcome to the house of developers. Yeah, so we can have a, I think, provider scope. Wait. Yeah, that's gonna be inside of the run app. Yeah. 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 So provider scope, and then the child is gonna be this. And this is my app, right? This is my app, whatever it be. Or can't be assigned to, like, can be assigned to a parameter widget. What is the launch screen? Is the launch screen of the widget? Alright, so it's returning a scaffold. And this is gonna have the Riverpod import, so import Riverpod. We wouldn't be using the Riverpod now, right? It's gonna be later in the app, but I just want us to have it now, so that when the time comes, we just go ahead and then we use it. Yeah, to take away this demo, even for the dim, take away the dim because I don't need it now. Yeah. Let me change this from my app to Galaxy, bro. Make it Galaxy, right? Yeah. So this is what we have, guys. This is what we have. The next thing is for us to rerun this. We can delete this whole test stuff, but let's just put this like this. Then that should be it. So we developers write tests, other developers hate test. Thank you very much, guys. Thanks for the follow. Don't forget to drop the likes and also go sub, guys. Thank you. Yeah, so don't forget, this is the very first episode of a long episode that we'll be working on. So we're gonna have about 8, 9 to 10 episodes in this particular project. So you are lucky to be part of the very first people to join on the first day, which is on the day of the setup. So don't forget to check the name out on YT, and don't forget to check the bio for the link as we work. Yeah, so just search code with Setso and you should have access to all the playlists and all the apps that we've built before. Rerun this app and let's see what we got. Yeah, so we have this, and then the next thing we are gonna do is to take away this debug patch, right? So we are gonna have show debug check Madonna whatever, and then we are gonna put it at false. So now let's have something like this, guys. Thank you very much for following, and thank you for the likes and everything. Yeah, so this is our screen. This is what we have now. But before this, we would have to set our app, the name of the app, and also the app icon. Those things are very easy to do, and mostly they have to be the very first things we do before we jump into building all that stuff, right? So if we go down here, what will be the name of the app? Galaxy Explorer. This is the name of the app, but we want to make it cool, right? We want to have it as we would love to have, like how we have those other ones here, my coffee app, foodies, movie podcasts, and all that. So let's go into Android app, src main manifest, and then the app label, right? So you locate the app label and then you change this to either virtual Galaxy Explorer, or you just make it Galaxy Explorer. Get to something like this. Sorry, are you using Android Studio? Yeah, I am using Android Studio. To change this to Galaxy Explorer, let's go inside of the iOS and see what we have in the runner. Info.plist, and then let's check here. Bundle display name Galaxy Explorer. So now let's run our app and see what we have. Now the app name should change from the lowercase into the uppercase. Capitalized, not uppercase. So now this is the app name now, Galaxy Explorer. The next thing is to change the icon. Unfortunately, there's no icon here, right? That's the problem. There's no icon here, so we would have to find something. Right, there's no icon, so we would have to find something. Guys, thank you very much for the likes and the follow. Don't forget to reshare as we move on, right? So we would have to find an icon since there's no icon on the app that we can use, right? So let's see icon kitchen. Let's first have our icon kitchen here because we are going to cook. Let him cook. So assuming we are using only text, we can have something like this. GE, or let's say Galaxy Explorer. So something like this as our icon. It ain't looking good. I get it. So this is what we were gonna get if we should use only a text, right? This is what we'll get if we want to use only a text for that. And let's say this is Poppins. So we have something like Galaxy Explorer. Let's check the kind of text we are using on our app. That's the primary text, space voyage. The primary text is Poppins. But why does this one look different? So that is what we would have if we should move on without an icon, and if we should move on with only a text. But I want to see one line below. Which line below? Is it a dimmed or what? So guys, this is what we are gonna get actually, and you know what, I think we should go with this, right? I think we should go with this. It looks like I don't know, it looks rich without the icon. It looks rich, guys. So I'm gonna go with this for now, like Galaxy up top and Explorer below. Okay, to something like let's see. I don't think you can give a space between that. Nah. There's no way you can't give a space. So this is what you are gonna get. So this is what you are gonna get. If you have a Samsung, you would see this galaxy like icons without app icons without an actual icon, just the name. So I think we can have something like this as we go through. Maybe we might come up with something else, but I think this is nice. Galaxy Explorer, just simple, and that's it. So guys, let's pick this for now, and then wait, let it be dimmed now. When it's dimmed, this is what we are gonna get, right? Download. So let's pick this and let's see, show in folder. We are gonna have something like this. So let me zip the folder, unzip the folder. Unzip this, and we are gonna have something like all this. I wish I can make this. Okay, let me try and make it. Let me bring the finder here. Yeah, now we can have something like this. Where's my finder? So we should have this. Yeah, so we are going to pick when we do that, after the extraction, after the download, you have a zipped icon kitchen folder. You unzip it and you have this. You're going to enter the Android folder. This will be the icon if we should upload on Play Store, right? This is the app icon or whatever that would be uploading on Play Store. Yeah, but let's go into resource and copy all this. Right, to copy all this, go back into your Android Studio, then in here, in this particular res folder or directory, you'll drop this, and then overwrite for all, and now you should have the Galaxy icon there. Then after here, you move to the iOS. So let's do the iOS as well. You move from there into the iOS folder. Then you have all this, right? So you just copy all of them and then drop it inside of the iOS folder. So you come here and then you look for assets, then app icon set. Then you should have this. Overwrite for all, and then you can now delete this. So you can now delete this to this. Yeah, guys, thanks very much for the likes. Thank you for the follow. Don't forget to check out the name code with Setso and drop that subscription. Okay, so guys, the moment of truth. Let's rerun the app and see what we are going to get. Welcome to the new world. Yeah, Galaxy Explorer. That's that. That's all. The fun is over. That is all. So now we have our app looking like this. Another black mamba. Galaxy Explorer. This is our app now, so we can actually go through it and see what we have. We have Mobi Podcast as the first one, which is a white on black, and then now we have the Galaxy Explorer. Okay. Phew. Now guys, we have the app set up. The basic stuff has been set up already. So what we have to do is to jump into business, the first screen, a landing page, which is the what's the name for the particular page on the UI? The home, no, the launch screen. The launch screen, right? So we are going to start with the launch screen, which is this. And before that, we would need to do some few things, right? But I would want us to jump into the build. Then when we face a particular error, we go pick the fix, put it in there. When we see something wrong, we go pick the fix and put it in there. Thank you, Get Rich. Thank you for the follow. I am getting rich. Don't forget to check this out, and the name and sub. boy, thanks very much for the follow. Yeah, so guys, let's get into business, right? We are going to download a lot of app. This app is going to have a lot of assets, like crazy assets, right? Thanks. I want you to teach me personally. All right, then Get Rich, drop a DM, right? Drop a DM, drop a DM, drop a DM. After here, whatever you drop, I'm gonna get back to you. Yeah, too expensive, guys. A lot of follows. Thank y'all. Yeah, so what do we do? Go back to this place, and then we will jump all the way to our pubspec, right? Guys, this is the project setup, so you have to make sure everything is working before we leave here. All right, so let's go on our home page, the launch screen. And then in the scaffold, we'll call the body, the center, and then we are going to create a child for this center. And that child is going to be a constant text, and that text will be this: welcome. Oh, that's not welcome. Welcome to the new world. Yeah, so this is what we'll be having. Rerun the app, and then we'll have this as welcome to the new world. But I want us to increase the size a little so that you can see it from your end. So text style, then we are going to increase the font size to 126. Let's see. Yeah, so 80.0, and then let's see what we would have. Welcome to the new world. Yeah, so this is the text that we would have, and then the reason why I'm writing this is that we are about to change the font, right? So in order to know that the change has reflected, we would have to use some dummy text to confirm that. Yeah, so that is that. Now we can go back onto into the design screen. We can move into the design screen and then choose check out the font. So the font here is Poppins. All right, it's Poppins, and then the font here is also Poppins, right? So I think the whole screen uses the Poppins. That's great. So it's between medium, semi bold, yeah, medium and semi bold, right? Yeah, so it's between medium and semi bold, medium and semi bold. Yeah, medium and semi bold. Don't we have a bold? Yeah, okay. Hey, guys, be careful whatever channel you go join out of this chat, right? Not everybody in the comment section are real, so be careful. Yeah, so in here we are gonna search Poppins. So Poppins font. Poppins font on media top mount. Let's search it on Google Fonts and pick it up. Media top mount finish. Yo, not everything you see is real. Download the Poppins, and then we can use it, right? Let me go back. Yeah, what's the biggest size? Black 900. Okay, let's get this font and download. So when we download the font, we're gonna have something like this. Just extract this, and then we should be good to go. Yeah, extract this inside of Poppins. We are gonna pick only two fonts from here, right? We are picking the medium-sized Poppins and then the semi-bold. So we have the semi-bold, and where is the medium? The medium, this one. Yeah, so we would copy this two, and all we have to do is go back into our app and create a new folder called assets. From the root, right? From the root, you create a folder called assets, and then the first directory, we are gonna have fonts, right? And then we will drop this in here. It's Poppins, so we don't have to create another folder for that. Yeah, so Elohim, thanks very much for the follow. Yeah, so we have Poppins fonts. After adding our fonts, the next thing to do is to go all the way to the bottom, comment, all right, in our pubspec.yaml, and then we are going to add this font. So let's uncomment a few stuff. Let's uncomment a few stuff, and this and also let's uncomment this, and then let's uncomment this. Yeah, so this one, indentation matters a lot, right? The indentation matters a lot. So we starting from fonts, and the fonts is going back like this. Wait. Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa. In the family, the indentation matters. So if you are doing that, you should already be seeing your problems and your issues. Yeah, so after you have this two, right, after you have this two, you have fonts, and then you have the family. So the font family is just the name of the font, which is Poppins, and then you are going to have to specify the assets, all right, the reference to that particular font, right? So we have the medium, which is this. So you copy the path reference from assets, so you copy this and drop it in here, and then you copy the semi-bold as well, the path reference, and then we can drop it in here. So we can have something like assets, yeah, and then drop this in here. Now we have these two fonts, right? We have the Poppins font set, which is the medium, and then the semi-bold. We can go all the way to our main screen inside of the material app, and then we will set the font. Wait, let's do dim, then dim data, then font family, and we call the name, which is Poppins, what we set in our YAML. So now let's do Flutter pop get and try to rerun the app and see if everything is gonna change. Talking about the to Flutter pop get. Unexpected child asset found under fonts. Yeah. Let's go and see. Are you saying we shouldn't have this? Wait. Wait. I don't want to kill myself, right? I just created this. Let me go back and reference my previous app, because I can't come and kill myself, guys. Okay, the indentation, right? That should be the cost. Let me go down there and confirm. Yeah, the indentation, font followed by the font family, and followed by this. So let's see. Okay. So we have, I think, font family, and then fonts, guys. Okay, I deleted something I wasn't supposed to delete. I deleted that. I think that's where the issue is coming from. I deleted that. Let me see. Yeah, so I think I deleted this. Let me confirm it. Yeah, so I'm just gonna pick this too, and let me even pick all of it. Yeah, so I'm just gonna pick this and then drop it in here, because I can't come and kill myself, oh Charlie. Yeah, and then replace this with this, and then replace this with this. Then that's all, Charlie. I can't come and kill myself. Yeah, So let me run my pubget and see if it's gonna work. The issue is coming from this, and then we should now have a working something. Yeah, so now we have our working something. Now if we should rerun our app, that should now give us an access to the new font style, right? So rerun this and let's see what we would get. And we can say we are done with fonts and move to the next thing. Have something really changed? Let's take this off and see. Is it normally Poppins? Is it naturally Poppins? Does it start from Poppins? Yeah. If it is by default Poppins, then that is good. If it is not, then boom. So let's go here and make a research. What is the default font family? Font family in Flutter. Yeah. In Flutter, there is no single global default. For instance, the fallback type is that change depending on the target operating system. Android web, Linux, Roboto, and this. Yeah, so that is what it's saying. Right? So what I'm gonna do is that I'll copy the whole Poppins. I'll copy the whole Poppins and drop it here. So inside of fonts, I'm not gonna have this to again. I'm gonna put the whole Poppins folder, right? Yeah, so I'm gonna put the whole Poppins folder, something like this, and then I'm gonna have to reference the main ones that I need in here. So I would have to reference the medium, copy path reference from roots, and then have something like this, and then copy the semi-bold, right? Yeah, unfortunately I don't think the font changed. That's the thing, I don't think it changed. So without this, what are we gonna have? So let's run it without the font family. Let's see. Yeah, guys, it seems like our font is stuck on Pere or movie. Yeah, so I think since Poppins is the default one, Roboto is the default one, so we are trying to work with Poppins. This is what we having, and if we change back to Poppins, nothing changes. Let's do this and see. I want to have the font face, I want to have it shift, I want to have it move, but nothing seems to be moving. Yeah. Wait, let me see. So this is our font family, right? If we should write all they have here, so let's go in here and let's set the font weight to semi-bold, right? So let's do W7, I think, no, W400 should be semi-bold, or 600, which is which? This is what we have. Let's see. Are you reloading? Why should you reload? Yeah, so let's check this out. This is the semi-bold. This is the semi-bold and it's in Poppins, right? So the semi-bold font size, I think that's W600. So what is semi-bold? semi bold font weight, right? In Flutter, that should be 600. Yeah. So this is what we have as a semi bold, and let's write what we have in there. Galaxy Explorer, we are moving to the new world. So Galaxy Explorer. Typing Galaxy, I'm always missing the A there. Yeah, so this is what we have, and this is what we have. As you can see, the font is still the same. The font has not changed, right? So I don't know what I missed here, but something is not right. Something is not working. Something is not working. Take this off. Take this off. Something is not working, guys. Something is not working. The font says yeah, it's not a valid asset path. Yeah, I know. That's why I don't understand why the font is not showing, and I'm confused because the font is supposed to be there. Same thing. Same thing. Same party down to a 0. Nobody go let go. Polytricksters polytricking. Nobody go tell you why right now. Oh, I'm using Ebonist. I didn't change the name, guys. Yeah, so now let's rerun and see. It's the same thing. Oh my god. And let's change this to our Poppins now. I'll rerun, and hopefully it should change. Yeah. In the name of the Father, the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Yeah. So guys, finally we've set up the font, and it's time to get cooking, right? So now our font is okay. Sometimes the brain, when you are doing too much, when you are thinking too much, yeah, so now we've been able to get all that we are looking for. DJ, thanks very much for the like. Don't forget to follow and check out the channel for other episodes as well. Yeah, so now that we have our font, now that we have everything set, I think we can build a launch screen and other screens before we move out of this episode. Yeah, I think we can get all those things done before we move out of the episode. So let's go here, and then let's start building our launch screen. But before then, we'll need the image asset. So in the assets directory, we would create a new directory called images. Yeah, so we can go back in here and comment assets and then the images, and that should work for us. Yeah. Okay, so now we should have access to something like this. Now let's go and add our first assets, which is this image. We're gonna have to download a lot of assets in this particular episode, guys. This is the first image. This is the first image that we would be exporting. So pick this and let's go. So let's have this first image, copy it, and then let's put it inside of our images, right? So images, this will be the launch screen background, right? So let's have a inside of images, let's have background images, right? So background images, and then this will be our first image. So this is the launch screen background, right? So the launch screen, yeah, the launch screen BG. All right, so let's have this, the log screen BG, and we are gonna have to copy this path reference from the root and supply it here. I said that doesn't exist. Something that I've added myself. You are telling me it doesn't exist. Are you kidding me? Something that I've added myself. No, you are telling me that it doesn't exist. How can you tell me this story? Yeah, so we have the BG, and then now we can go ahead inside of our lib folder. Inside of the lib folder, we would create a new directory called a core, right? That's where we are gonna have our constants and all that. So core, and then we are gonna have app assets. We can actually create a new directory called constants, but actually let's just go with app assets, and in this class we would call this app assets. Yeah, to have app assets, and then this the first one is going to be background images. Let's make sure we keep the labeling going. Yeah, so background images, we are going to have a static maybe a static constant string, which will be the reference to this particular background image, right? So a static constant string, and then we would say launch screen background. So the launch screen BG. Yeah, so this will point to the launch screen background. Launch screen BG. Yeah, so we can copy the path reference to this and then drop the path reference here. Now we should be good to go. Yeah, so we have our first app assets, and that is a good sign. Now one thing is that for the scaffold, right, for the scaffold we can't set a background image for it. Then what do? We have to do something else. But before then, let's look at the UI, right? So we would have to create something like I think a container will do. And then we'll have the background, blah blah blah. Then we are gonna have a column, and column will be the children. Yeah, I think we can use this, and that should work okay or perfectly. Yeah, let me be very 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 confident with my ideas. Yeah, so what is this? Tick and talk. Is that okay? Hair. You put the stress. Yeah, good. Okay, so what's next? Let's change this from the normal scaffold to container. To container, and then we are gonna set the height to double dot infinity, and same applies to the width as well. Yeah, then decoration, we can call the box decoration, and then the image we can call decoration image, and then inside of this the image will be assets image. Then we can call the app assets dot the launch screen background. Yeah, so we have this image, and then we can do the image to fit, right? So the fit should be cover. Now rerun this, and let's see what we would have. Guys, so this is the first step to glory. Yeah, so this is the first step to this, and it's looking good. So now we'll just have to make sure that since this screen, right, this screen is a screen that we are going to use again and again and again and again. So I'm thinking, why don't we create a reusable widget that would be taking this, right, the path reference at the background image as the background image, and then followed by the children, because we are going to have the screen on a lot of screen, right, on multiple screen. Almost all the screens are going to have a background image. So I think that would be a good idea, right? So go into the lib and then do something like shared. So that's like let's create a shared directory, and inside of that directory let's create a Galaxy background. Yeah, so that will be the reusable widget name. So let's create a Galaxy background. Yeah, so inside this we are going to create return a stateless widget, which would be called the Galaxy background, and then in here we'll return a scaffold, alright, which would have what we are doing in here. So it's gonna have this body, and then inside of the body the app assets will now become what we would be calling for. So final string background. Yeah, so we are gonna have something like that, background, and then we can do this required this dot background. Then in here we can just specify the background, then we should be good to go. Yeah, so that is for the background, and then the child of the container, right? So the child is gonna be this, so we can call a final widget and then name it child. Let's call it body. I'd love for us to call it body. Okay, so now I can do required this dot body. I don't want to use, maybe I should use child. Yeah, let me use child. Yeah, then in here we'll just specify the child, then that should be it. Yeah, so now Adam, thanks very much for the follow. So now we have this, all we have to do is go back here. So instead of returning this scaffold, we can now return the Galaxy background. So now the Galaxy background, we specify the background and then we specify the child, then that should be it. Yeah, to the background we will just call our app assets dot launch screen background, and then the child we are gonna have something like a column, children, blah blah blah. Yeah, so let's rerun this and see what we would get, right? So rerun the whole app and we still have the same thing. Yeah, so that is looking good. Let's close all this and see what we would have if we should run it from scratch. Yeah, to run this and let's see the results. Guys, are you enjoying this? Yeah, so one thing you can see is that when we run the app, a little white color pops up before this. That's because the scaffold background is white. So we can actually set our scaffold background to black, and then that should be it, right? Because the entire app is even in a black color, so we can have something like that. Yeah, now we have this and we are good to go. Okay, so where do we begin from? Where do we start from, guys? We are going to start from here, which is the column, right? So we are going to have column, that would have this text, and this text. Then down here we'll have this button. Okay, so let's go in there and take care of that. Back. Yeah, so now the first thing first is gonna be the column. I want to make this body, guys. I've changed my mind. I've changed my mind. I want to make it body. Why? You don't want me to change you to body? Baby, body is tea. Body is Coca-Cola. Body is Fanta. Yeah, so now let's do something like this. Text, and the data is virtual. So let's write this as virtual. What we can do is we can also have this text as instead of separating it into 3 different texts, I think we can actually have this as a rich text. We can have it as a rich text, but we can also have it as text. So let's go with the text. Right, so let's have a virtual galaxy. Just this. Rerun this, and then you have virtual appear at the top here. So the first thing we'll do is to wrap the body in a safe area so that the elements will appear below. Yeah, so that the elements will appear below this, the taskbar. So now we have this as our text, and then inside of the column we'll set cross-axis alignment to start, right? So the text should now appear here, and then the text is so close to the edges of the screen, so we can check here. You can see that the text is a little bit padded or moved away from the edge of the screen. So in there we're gonna do something. Hi, just a quick view. What's up? So what we are gonna do is that this column, it's gonna be thanks very much for the follow. What is gonna be is gonna be the column. It's gonna be in a pattern, and that pattern is gonna have a symmetric, right? No, I think we can even do that from the Galaxy background, right? We can do that from here. Since we are using a container, we can create a margin and then call it and then give it a symmetric margin, and then the horizontal pattern is going to be 24, right? So now that should, we can't. What we can do is rather wrap the body in a pattern and do it from here, unfortunately. So let's drop this here, and then we should be good to go. Believer, thanks very much for the follow. Yeah, so we have this now, and then we can focus on business. Bruh. Let's focus on business. So style, we're gonna have our text style, and the font size. I saw software upload, and I've been looking for someone who talks about code. Oh, okay, that's great. Nice to have you on board. So let's have this and see what we do. So virtual, I am happy to see you. You have no idea. Happy to have you on board, brother. I'm happy to have you on board as well. So this is what it's gonna look like if we should begin working on this. Thank you guys, thank you for the follow. Just great, cool. Welcome to the house. Phew. So what do you do? I think we can discuss that in the DM, right? Yeah. Because I'm live on YouTube and other platforms. So this is of the size 40. What size did I give that? I gave it exact 40. That's crazy. Oh, so the size 40. Sure, yeah. And then it's medium as well. Sure. Yeah, so we can have a font weight. Font weight medium is of the size is that 400. What we checked the last time was semi bold, which is 200 and something. So the medium, what is medium font weight? Medium is 500. Medium is, yeah. So medium font weight in Flutter. Let me get the exact thing. 500. We are using 4. Yeah, so the 500, and it seems it does not even add anything to that. So that is it. We have our medium now. What's the next thing? The next thing is the semi bold. 77. That's 78, guys. Don't worry, I'm gonna do all this. After here we will create a reusable text widget out of this. Then we can have our medium and semi bold anytime we want them, right? So this is like 78, so just make it 80, and then semi bold, which is 600. This will now be Galaxy Explorer. So Galaxy Explorer. Let's rerun, and then we have something like this. Now the line height, right? I think spacing, the lines letter spacing, is it letter spacing or word spacing? Is it word spacing? Let's try this and see. Yeah, 112. I think line height in Flutter, guys. The same thing that I looked at the last time, I've forgotten all of them. I've forgotten all of them. Line height, line height, line height, line height, line height. Yeah, it's just height. Yeah, so let's do the 16.0 and put a little height between this. That's huge. It's separated by points, right? So 0.5, and let's see, 0.8 should be it. Yeah, so let's see, 0.8. Go in here and check the height, the line height for this two. So what's the height? It says auto. That's 116. Is that the auto? Let's see. It's really bad. Yeah, so 9. I think the 9 is okay. Yeah, the 9 is okay. Yeah, the 9 is okay. Yeah. Yeah, so the 9 is okay. The 9 is okay. The next one is gonna be the this, which is of semi bold 16. Okay, so we are gonna have the same semi bold, and it will be 16, right? So let's do this, and what would be the name? We would copy this text and add it here. Yeah, to run this, and this is what we have, and the size is gonna be 16. So run, and then we have something like this. Take off the height, then we have something like this. Yeah, break line in the middle, and we should have this. Phew. So this is what we have. Now we are gonna create some few stuff and have this element reusable, right? So let's go into the core. Is it core or shared? Yeah, it should be in the shared. Yeah, so we have AppText, and let's call the class, which would be AppText. And then the first one is gonna be this. So let's return a static semi-bold static text. Yeah, let's return a static text, and that should be medium. So let's start with medium, and medium is going to return something like this. So import the material package. Yeah, so we are going to return something like this for the medium. Drop it here, and in here what we are going to do is take some few elements, right? So the first one we are going to do is to take a string, which will be the text here. So take the string, which will be text, return text, and replace this with the text. Now this is this, and this is what we'll be having for now. So let's call AppText dot medium, and then the text is going to be virtual. Yeah, so we have our medium text, which is virtual. The next one we are going to do is for the semi-bold, right? So let's pick this and do the same for semi-bold. People will be semi-bold. People say semi-bold. Yeah, so same text, but this one has different sizes, right? So we'll start to look for something else, which is I think double, then font size, right? So this, and then when we come here, because the double is nullable, because our double is nullable, we would have font size of 40. Yeah, so in here I can also bring in the semi-bold, right? So AppText dot semi-bold, and then what should be it? Galaxy Explorer. This will be the text. And then that should be it. Yeah, guys, thanks very much for the like. Marcus, thanks very much for the likes. Rerun, and we still have this, right? This is the font weight 600. Yeah, and the font size is this, or 80. Then we are going to set the line height. Why did I? So the height, and then we should be good to go. Set the height. The height, we can have it as 1. This is the regular one, so this can be the height. That can be our line height. And then the next thing is for us to build the other section, which is the other semi-bold. So we're gonna have this same thing, which is also how do you hide your APIs when coding online. So far I haven't really hit any API yet, and anything that I do on live is just a personal project, so I don't need to even hide my APIs. Just make it available for everybody to access. Yeah, so this is what we have. Now we can take this off, and then let's run this and see. Thank you guys for the likes, the follow, and everything. Yeah, so now we have this looking this huge. the next thing we would have to do is to change the font size to 16, right? So we can do font size. Oh, that's too much. We can do font size, and that will be 16.0 C++ or wipe. I do. This is Flutter. This is Flutter. I do like interviews today, but Akis. Boss 10 interviews. Wow. Then you really get to. Then you for put me on it. How did it go? 10 interviews. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. 10 interviews there. You know, be easier. At the word review. 10 interviews. Just today. Charlie. That's crazy. Yeah, so the spacing is I think 16. Let's try 16 and see. Yeah, so Charlie, then all the best. Let's connect and build something. Sure, feel free to drop a DM. Right, feel free to drop a DM, and I'll respond as soon as I'm out of here. Yeah, so this is what we are looking at, and this is what we have, right? Now we only have to push it down like this down here. Yeah, thank you very much. Don't forget to check out my YouTube channel, bro, and drop that sub. Yeah, Java. No, this is Flutter. So we have the virtual Galaxy Explorer, but I think there's a few things that I would have to change, right? So first thing is the line height, which have to change. So let's do something. Let's do this and say default line height in Flutter. So default line height in Flutter. My voice. Default line height is no. Is that what you're saying? Okay. Yeah. So let's do int, and let's say the line height, but let's just have it as height. So it's either we are using the height or nothing. Is it not nullable? Why? What is it saying? Int can be okay. Double. Yeah, so this is what we have now. That lang would have been useless without Flutter. Are you sure? Yeah, I think, yeah, we only use it for, yeah, without Flutter there, yeah, that one there, it be true, If now with the thing appeared to me self. Yeah, so we're having something like this. Yeah. So this is what we have. The next one is the button, right? So we just have to put these elements in another column for a proper separation that's coming up. Separation of powers. Yeah, so after this we are gonna have something else like this. So let's just call the AppText, and let's call any of them what, and say button. So this is where our button goes, right? Rerun, and then we should have something like this. Cross axis, what cross axis is start. Yeah, this cross axis has to be to the start. Why? Yeah, to run, and then we would have something like that, and hide this, and now we should have something like this. Now the main axis for the parent column is gonna be space between, because we want to have a space between the two elements. So now we're looking at something like this. Yeah, we're looking at something like this. I want to confirm if there's no layer on top of this, because the way it looks, right, feels like there might be a layer on top of it, some rectangular layer or something. So this iPhone indicator, iPhone status, and then okay, yeah, there's no layer. Okay, so that is good. Yeah, so looking at this, we would have to make a little change, and that should be enough. That would be this pattern, and symmetric vertical 24. Is that it? Is that it? Let me confirm. Yeah, so now we can begin something beautiful. After this particular column, we are going to have another text, and that is for the button, right? So let's call our field button. The reason why we are using field button is that this button has a background color which is white and all that. So we're just going to have to call the field button and display that. Just add the background color to it, and that should be it. So our to do in here is to go to overview screen, right? Go to the overview screen. All right, so go to overview screen. So that will be it, and then the child is going to be a row, right? Children for this row, first main axis alignment is going to be center, and then the children for this row is going to be the AppText. I don't know if it is even bold or medium. Yeah, the medium size, which is 21. That's a lot. So AppText, the medium, and this is start learning. Yeah, to start learning this, rerun, and then we should have something like this. Now the next thing is to set the font size to 24. We have font size for medium? No, so we're gonna copy this and drop it here, and either use the font size or regular 40. Yeah, so let's call the font size, no, let me do it this way, either the font size or 16.0. yeah, so in here we are gonna have to change this to 40, because the 16 is more common compared to the 40, so you can't have the default one to be 40. Yeah, so like this. Okay, now we can have our font size to be 16.0, something like this, and we should be good. And the next thing is that big pattern, right? Pattern 81. How can pattern be 80? Okay, let me try it and see. My fingers are even shaking. How can pattern be 80? That's crazy. Yeah, I have this, and then the next one is style, and then we're gonna have field button dot from style from. What is the project? Yeah, so this project is a Galaxy project. It's a Galaxy project for adults and kids. It's all about the planets, the galaxy. That's what it's about. So you check it there in a VR, just having a VR look at the Galaxy, and some few questions about the Galaxy and all that. It's just that simple, not difficult. The best part of it is the modern look. That is why we are building it, because over here we build modern app, right? Only modern apps with modern looks and all that. You can check the playlist here and see the modern apps that we've been building so far. Yeah, so let's call the shape and rounded rectangular border. So rounded rectangular border radius circular 16, right? Let's see something like this, and let's check what they have. 20. I'm trying to guess. This designer is doing me comme ça. I'm trying to guess the sizes that he's using, right? The sizes, the radius, and all that, but it's always 1 point ahead. Yeah. So the background color, it's supposed to be white. So if we do that right now, then our text will be missing. Now our text is missing, so that means we have to supply a text color to this, right? So we would have to call color, and then we'll call this as color. Yeah, so it's either this color or use the default white. So now we can come down here and call color, then that should be our black. Now we have something like this. We have to increase our padding, which is not going to be 48, and then 56. Let's see. Yeah, so now we have something like this, and then the next thing is that particular arrow, right? The arrow forward. So we can have something like, let's call icons, and let's see if we can find it in here. Arrow forward. Yeah, thanks very much for the likes, guys. Thank you all for the like and the follows and the subscriptions and the support and the tunings. Yeah, to have a constant size box with a width with 8.0. So let's try the 8 and see. Yeah, so this is what we have, and this is what we have. But I want to use this icon, right? I want to use this icon from here. So let me pick this rather, because ours doesn't look the same as this. Guys, thanks very much for the follow. Look, man, thank you very much for the follow. Guys, don't forget to check out the YT channel, the YouTube channel, and subscribe. And check out the other videos, guys. We have other crazy playlists down there. So when you go in there, you're just going to be swimming in a pool of beautiful softwares, beautiful applications that you can use in your school project, your personal project, your small client project, or whatever project you have to do. Yeah, so inside of assets, we have fonts, we have images. The next one is icons. Yeah, so we have this icons, and then we can drop this here, and then we could say arrow forward icon. This. Now let's go into our pubspec.yaml and add the icons the icons part, right? Let's add this, and that should be it. Yeah, so when after adding the icons, we go into core and call our app assets, and then we can have this. I want us to have it at the top, so let's have something like this, and then let's have something like this. Icons, and then copy this whole line and drop it here, and then arrow forward icon, and then just copy the path reference of our arrow forward icon. Then that should be it. Yeah, so since we have that, what we are going to do is that we'll change this icon to image icon, and this side is going to change to asset image, and we'll call our app assets dot arrow forward icon. Yeah, so rerun this and we should have this now. Yeah, so after that we have to set the cross axis to center. Yeah, that is that. Yeah, okay, so now we have this. I feel like the icon, yeah, this is the same size. Yeah, the icon size is 22. I think we should use the same size as that of the text, right? So let's try 16.0 and it's gonna be very small. Yeah, so that is okay now. Yeah, so guys, this is what we have. Virtual Galaxy Explorer. We will learn all the scientific disciplines that involves, right? That's involved. We will learn all of the scientific disciplines that's involved. We move. Yeah, so guys, that is what we have for our first screen. That is that for the launch screen. We don't have to do much. We've already done enough. Rerun and confirm if everything is pepe and pa. Normally after the setup we say bye bye, then we come back to right, but today there's no bye bye, we are building. Yeah, so that is what we have for our launch screen. After the launch screen, the next screen is the overview screen, right? So let's build this overview screen before any other thing. Before any other thing. You got what I'm saying? Yeah, so we are gonna build the overview screen right away. See this down here. There are crazy ways to actually make it look good, to make it work, right? And I think we would actually try something. I want us to try out something new. So we are gonna make it work. That's all of them, right? Starting from here and then here. So let's build the overview screen and then we can move on to this. Yeah, so prototype this and let's see how it looks. So this is how it looks like. Click this and you have something like this. Okay. Overview screen. Here we come. No, take the image. First things first, the background image is very important. So let's go for the background image. Yeah, so check this out. I'm looking for this, give me this image. Overview screen, overview image. Let's try it out, and yeah, this is what we have. So change this to 4x and then download. Yeah, overview image is in there, show in Finder. Copy this and go all the way here and drop it inside of images, background images, and overview screen image, overview screen bg. Yeah, So overview screen BG, copy the path reference, go to the core section of the app assets, and drop this, and we're gonna have overview screen BG. So replace this here, and then change this to overview. Overview. Yeah, so now we have our overview screen BG. The next thing is to build that particular screen, right? So after the call, we go to features, launch screen. Now we are calling the overview screen. So overview screen like this, and we are gonna build a new class. So overview screen. Yeah, so in here we're just gonna call our stateless, I think stateless widget should even do. Yeah, stateless widget. So overview screen, and then in here we'll just supply our stuff. So import our material app, then it should be good to go. The launch screen, what did I call? I was calling consumer state. That's a lot. That's too much. You don't even need to do any state management here, so I have to take it off and replace it with something else. Let me start with stls and call it the launch screen. Yeah, so let's have this. Yeah, this is good. Okay, so in this screen, when we click on the button on overview screen, when we click on this start learning, we are supposed on the launch screen, when we click start learning, then we should be navigated to the overview screen, right? So that is what we'll be doing here. So here what we are doing is calling the navigator. Calling the navigator dot push, and then the context, and then we are going to use material page route. This page, the route will be pointing to our overview screen. Yeah, so now we have that. If we should rerun our app and click on this button, now we are on the overview screen, so we can attach our stuff and then make it look good. Okay, so first things first, what are we importing? We are importing our button, right? Our mother screen, which is the Galaxy background, right? Galaxy background, we specify the background, and then we specify the body, and that should be it. I want your body. Yeah, app assets dot overview screen bg, and then the body is a safe area, so we can have something like this. Instead of using safe area again and again and again and again, I would love for us to just wrap this inside of a safe area, then that should be it. Yeah, so we don't need to call safe area again. Maybe we can just focus on center, child, and the text, something like that. Now, go to launch screen and take it also out of safe area. Yeah, rerun our app, and this is what we have. Yeah, and then go to main. Inside of the dim, set the scaffold background color to black. Yeah, then in launch screen, you can now take off the scaffold background color. I think the Galaxy background color. Yeah, you can take this off because now the scaffold is always black. So let's rerun and move to this. Have this and have this. Why are you giving that flash? Why are you giving that little white black flash or whatsoever? Guys, I'll show you one way, right? I'll show you something when it comes to navigation, how you can actually animate navigation in Flutter. So when navigating to the next screen, you can animate it either to come from the bottom, the top, the left, the right. I will show you that. But for now, let's build. That's just by the way. I'll show you that at a certain point. For now, just focus on the build. Yeah, so we have all this done. Now this is the text showing in here. Now, yeah, so on the screen, what are we looking at? We are looking at this stuff, same column. We are gonna have the same column with the same spacing and all that. So with that spacing, I want all the elements to be spaced out, like to have the same spacing, right? Both top and bottom. So I think I can do it for the side, but for top and bottom, this one is different. So we can't do it for all. Yeah, unfortunately. Okay. So what we are gonna have is a column. What we are gonna have is column with children. Wow. Like this. But since we already have a lot on the launch screen, we just I would love for us to just copy this, right? I'd love for us to copy this whole padding stuff, go in there, drop it there, re-edit it to what we want, then that should be it, right? As a developer, you should know when to write a lot of code, and when you're done writing, you should know how to reuse it. Yeah, so we have this we can come in here and then just change a few stuff, starting from the bottom, the button, right? Thanks very much, oh, thanks very much for the follow. Don't forget to check out the channel, right, and drop a sub, and also check out the remaining videos, the rest of the videos that we've worked on. So this button is gonna go off, and then we are gonna have this same column down here. So let's have this same column down here. So what we'll be doing is assuming we have that button. Okay, I think I can bring out the button, but let's focus on something for now. We are gonna pick this as our text and then use it in here. Then we're going to use it in here, right? So this will look like this, and this will look like this. Yeah, to rerun and then have something like this. Then what we are going to do is take off this too. So now we have something like this. Yeah, then the top we're gonna have only this, which is the inside. Same size is now 63. The sizes are just changing, which is what I don't like most of the times, but how we go do one. Yep, so check the size. This is 63, this was 80. Okay, so we are going to use only this, the Galaxy Explorer, right? In here we'll be using only the Galaxy Explorer, so something like this, and that is going to change to Insights. Yeah, so that is going to change from Galaxy Explorer to Insights. Yeah, something like this. Change why are you aligned to the start? Have this, and yeah, set cross axis alignment to start. Now we have this, and then the size of this insight, right? The size is going to be 64.0. So let's rerun, and we have this. Looking good, looking good, looking per. It's looking per. And then the next thing is for us to add this button, right? This button is no different from the recent one that we have from the screen. So we are going to take this and make it look like this. Yeah, to go to the launch screen, look for that button. You ain't going nowhere, Mr. FilledButton. We are going to use you right now. So you have it this way. Rerun this, and we have this. But what we are going to do is beautiful. Change this to skip, the first thing, and then the background color, change that as well. And for the width, what are we going to do about the width? First things first, take away the padding. Take away this padding, and then the next thing is to make the width fit the chart, right? So let's wrap it with intrinsic width, and let's see. Yeah, so now we have this, and what we have to do is to push it to the end of the screen, right? We have to push it to this section and not here. So when you check this, the skip button is here. All right, but before then we would have to change the background color into a transparent white, right? To increase this. One thing this designer did is that it's about the images. They always covering the stuff. So if we have this button, the background color is a 30% of white. Okay, so the background color is gonna be white with values alpha 0.3. So now we have something like this, and then this color is gonna be white. This color is gonna be white, and then this one is also gonna be white. So let's see. Okay, I have to specify this, which would be white. Now we have this two. That's looking good already. Now so what we can do is to also take off this padding for now. I think what we can have here is the 24 or even 0 padding. Let's see. Yeah, this is what we have, and then the next thing we are gonna do, it's simple. Yeah, so what we are gonna do is simple. We move this here, and we say that is that. Yeah, so put this in a row or whatsoever, put it in a row, and set the main axis alignment to end. That should push it here. So now we have this. So now we have this. Is it similar to this? Or it's not? It is, please. Yeah, but what the other thing, the next thing I am saying, right, what I can see from this is the spacing. I wish they could get a little bit closer, but it seems there is something, I don't know, there's some spacing that is actually spacing this element out, because on a normal it should feel like they are touching each other, right? But they are not. They should be right on top of each other. So the to to do is to skip onboarding, right? Skip the onboarding screen. That is what the to do will be doing if we should go in there right now. And then can we take off the border radius, because the shape is always round, so it has the pill shape by default, so we don't need this. Yeah. What is the next thing? What is the next thing here is to take a look at this button down there, but I'm still thinking about this element, right? I don't know why it's not. Is it this? Nice. See what I was even checking. Yeah, this is for the button followed by this text. Yeah, so guys, I think that is what we're looking for, and that is what we got. Yeah, so this is what we're looking for, and this is what we got, and the next thing for us to do is work on the button down below. Down below. Yeah, so pick the same field button, come down here and drop it here, so rerun, and we would have something like this, but we would have to add a little bit of padding to these elements, right? So let's do this. Say padding only bottom, and give it what we gave this one, right? 56 from the bottom, like this. Yeah, now we have that, and we have to space this from this, so let's check the spacing between this, and that is 36, so we can have 32 as well. But constant sized box, we have our constant size box of height, which would give us I think let's use the 36. So now we have this, and what we would be doing is to change the shape of this to a circle, right? I don't know if we can actually call on shape and make it circular. Yeah, shape, and then we have it this way. That's for border radius, but I think we can have it circular. If we make it 100, it's not going to give us what we are looking for. We have to get a circular shape, and if this cannot be a circle, then what we need is an icon button, not a field button, right? So we can call on icon button. The child will turn to icon, and this would be icon button dot from style. So rerun, and we would have something like this, and this is gonna go off the text, right? So now we'll focus on only this. Yeah, so we would have only this, rerun, and we should have that. Yeah, so now we have this. We can wrap this in center, and it should be in there now. Okay, so looking at the size of this button, what is it gonna get? It has a padding of 80, so let's same 80, guys, same 80. Put this here and change the padding to 80, and let's see. But before then, the size, okay, it's the same thing. Right, so the pattern will start from 24. I think 24 is even okay. 32 is gonna be very huge. Yeah, so something like this is what we have as the pattern. Yeah, so from there we're just gonna have this element. We're just gonna have this and this. We're just gonna have this too. I don't know if I should do it now because our time is up. So guys, this is what we are about to build for our app. This is what we are about to achieve in here. We, at the end of the day, we are expected to get something like this, which we have in here: the skip, insights, and these buttons. But the last thing that we are left to do is these few buttons, which would be happening in the episode 2 of this particular playlist. So all that we've done today was to, in this particular episode, right, all that we've done in this particular episode was to set up the app, set the name of the app, the fonts, and all that, and also run it for the first time. So rerun the app and let's confirm that everything is working. So now we have this. After this, we have our virtual Galaxy Explorer, as you can see there. And then the next thing, when we click on Start Learning, we would be taken to the screen. So we have this virtual Explorer like this, and when we click Start Learning, we should be taken to the screen. So Start Learning, and then we are here. Yeah, so the next thing to do on the screen here is to make sure we have these buttons, right, that are all clickable. This is clickable, this is also clickable, and all that. So in episode 2, we would be building this screen. We would be working on the overview all the way to the end, and also we would work on the onboarding screens, and also after onboarding we would work on the sign up, the authentication screen. Hopefully we should be done with it and begin with the login or sign up. Yeah, so guys, that is that. Episode 2 is likely gonna cover the whole onboarding to the authentications. In the episode 2, that is what we are likely to cover. So don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe as you check out the channel, and also don't forget to put on the post notification so that anytime I go live you would have access to it. Guys, that is that for this episode. I am very grateful for you sticking around, and I hope you've learned something new and you've enjoyed this episode. I'll see you in our next episode. Bye bye.